Hello and welcome back to another episode of Bag to Bin. Starting off, I'd like to quickly introduce myself since I'm a new face here at NuWay-Agronomy. My name is Levi Kermes, and I'm originally from Albert Lea, Minnesota, and I just graduated from the University of Minnesota this past May, and now I'm here with NuWay-Agronomy, working on their seed brand support specialist role. So now we're sitting here in the second week of August, so it's that time of year again to be out and looking for insect pressure in your fields. In today's episode of Bag to Bin, I'm going to be highlighting about what I've been seeing for corn rootworm pressure out in the area, talk about some ways to manage and control if you do have high pressures of those corn rootworms and beetles in your fields. And lastly, I'll be talking about a new trait package coming out from Bayer that can help protect your corn better from corn rootworms and beetles. So moving on, I'd like to talk about what I have been seeing for corn rootworm beetle pressure out there this year. So what I've been seeing is I've been checking traps over the last 3 weeks. And my traps that are in fields of continuous corn on corn have been showing the highest pressure in the area. Right here, I actually have one of those sticky traps from one of those continuous corn on corn fields. And right here, you can see there's about 50 or so beetles on here, which accumulated over the course of 7 days. Now, the ACT threshold for corn rootworm beetles on a sticky trap over 7 days is about 15 to 20. So right here, I'm over the ACT threshold, so we would need to make a management decision to combat these beetles. Now, some management decisions to combat these beetles would be A, crop rotation. That would be your best mode of action. Plant soybeans in there, and then the corn rootworm larvae will hatch, and they'll have nothing to feed on, and they will die off. If you decide to keep that field as corn on corn, other ways to combat that would be doing an in-furrow insecticide or a late season application of insecticide over the top. If you are going to do a late season application of insecticide over the top, it's important to do accurate scouting with sticky traps so you know when you're at that ACT threshold, and to keep an eye out for female beetles out in those fields. Female beetles usually emerge for about 10 to 15 days and feed until they lay their eggs. So it's during that 10 to 15 days, which is the good window to spray that insecticide over that field for the best return on your investment there. Ways to determine between a female and a male beetle out in the fields is the females are going to be slightly larger, and if you grab them and squeeze them onto your hand, some eggs will come out. So it's pretty easy to tell the difference between the two beetles there. Now finally, the last thing I'll talk today in today's episode of Bag to Bin is a new trait package coming out from Bayer. Now, we are all familiar with some above-ground trait packages like AM and VT Double Pro, and we're also familiar with some below-ground trait packages like Smart Stack and Chrome Technology. Today, I'm excited to talk to you guys about a new trait package called Smart Stack Pro from Bayer. This is the first trait package on the market which has 3 modes of actions against corn rootworms. Its new RNAi technology, or mode of action, works by making the beetle incapable of producing certain proteins which are essential for its survival. Now, DeKalb has 3 new Smart Stack Pro hybrids available for the 2023 season. Those hybrids are DeKalb 101-33, DeKalb 105-33, and DeKalb 107-33. Now, all 3 of these hybrids are excellent choices for that corn-on-corn acre, and they have all been showing exciting top-end yield potential. Now, these are brand new hybrids on the market, so they are in limited supply this year. So if you are interested in a hybrid for a corn-on-corn acre, or you have a field that has an issue with high corn rootworm pressure in it right now, please keep these new Smart Stack Pro hybrids in mind. And as always, if you have any questions at all, please feel free to reach out to me or your NuWay-Agronomy account manager.